Hello everyone, my name is Peter Vavudjes, physiotherapist at Action Sport Physio. Today I'll be talking to you about the Incentive Spirometer. We're going to do this in two parts. The first part will include the explanation of the components of the Incentive Spirometer, and the second part will be how to properly use it based on your needs and as a professional on the patient's needs. So the Inspirometer is very simple. There are several models in the market. The primary pieces include the mouthpiece, the inhaler tube, and the cylinders. This particular model is actually special because it has two chambers. The middle chamber here, which has a happy face, actually controls the respiratory flow and respiratory effort on the patient. The second chamber actually identifies how much air has moved into the lungs. For our patients, it's really important for them to be guided by a respiratory therapist or a physical therapist who understands what the limitations of the patient are. Myself, being a larger person, and should be able to take in at least 3,000 milliliters. It's always based on the height of the patient and the age of the patient. So if I look at myself, I'll be able to adjust it to 3,000. Someone recovering from a lung disorder who's smaller than me may start at 1,000 milliliters and breathe in at that level. Again, with the guidance of a physical therapist to help them progressively breathe and achieve their normal values. So the Incentive Spirometer is a tool for respiratory exercise. It's not a tool just to play with, but to actually connect the physiology of the lung with the breathing capacity of the patient. Like I said, it's important to use the Incentive Spirometer, to learn how to use the Incentive Spirometer with the help of a physical therapist or a respiratory therapist, our colleagues in our domain of respiratory care. Now, the Incentive Spirometer has the mouthpiece, the inhaler tube, and the chambers. For someone like myself who has normal lungs, I should be able to breathe in 3,000 mils. So the way I do that is I use the middle chamber, and I have to guide my flow based on the happy face in the middle. So I put in my mouth, close tightly around it, and I breathe in. So once I achieve the level, I remove my mouth and I breathe out. The key to that is we went slowly. We made sure the air was going in our mouth, down our throat, into our lungs, and more importantly, the distal parts of our lungs, the so-called alveoli, to really get that expansion. We're going to try that again. Watch me. And once we achieve it, we hold it for about 3 seconds. That'll give enough time for the air to disperse into those lungs. The key thing is you don't want to do this too often because it is an exercise. I usually recommend 5 to 10 times every hour. If you're just starting with the Inspirometer and just starting to learn how to use it, we'll probably stay at 5 times. So if you have any questions, I can always be reached at pvavudjes@actionsportphysio.com. You can always reach me on the phone number 514-515-5998. I'll be very pleased and happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much, and let's work together.